Do you enjoy coffee? I do. Can you tell? Just take a look.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality.
I mean, I have a coffee bar. I have 3 coffee machines. I have a coffee drawer. I take my coffee very seriously. I like it a lot. So the World Economic Forum can F off if they think they're going to tell me how much coffee I can consume. First it was the gas stoves, then the air conditioners, then the gas cars, then the ceiling fans, basically every appliance in your house. Then the climate ideologs started to tell you you can't eat red meat, bugs are okay. And now a basic cup of Joe is on the hit list. I wonder what Starbucks thinks about that. And with that being said, I think I'll make a cup of coffee with some extra carbon. Nope, I don't think so. No carbon in here. Now, coffee is the latest of a very long list of items that are off limits, including dairy and meat from the World Economic Forum. And believe it or not, there are a bunch of lunatics here in the United States that are on board with all of it.
If we deploy electric vehicles, solar, wind, batteries, green hydrogen, and the rest, and we get to true net zero, temperatures on the Earth will stop going up almost immediately.
Yes, that's right. 14 U.S. cities have signed up on a pledge with the World Economic Forum, become net zero by 2030. You know, banning things like gas cars, meat and dairy. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say I don't think any of those are red states. Just a wild guess. You know, I don't know about you, but as a freedom-loving American, I'm getting pretty tired of the World Economic Forum and our government telling me what I can and can't do, what type of car I can buy, what type of appliances I can buy, how much meat I can eat, and now, how much coffee I can consume.
I know it sounds like a nightmare, but here it is from the horse's mouth. The man you're about to hear from is Swiss banker and World Economic Forum agenda contributor, Hubert, what's his last name? It's very important. Ingrain this into your brain. Hubert Keller. And here's what he has to say about your morning brew.
We're having our coffee before the session, and you raised the coffee example. I'd love just to give you the chance to expand on that.
Basically, the coffee that we all drink emits between 15 and 20 tons of CO2 per ton of coffee. So we should all know that. This is every time we drink coffee, we are basically putting CO2 into the atmosphere.
And don't get me started on the jab thing, because that's next. You know, in all seriousness, as a person getting closer to retirement, I have to wonder what my quality of life is going to be like with all of these rules. Will I be able to travel freely? You know, you have to wonder. Because you know, the World Economic Forum, they do want to restrict travel for everybody across the world and here in the United States of America. And our government is all on board with this net zero concept. And that means you and I will have to give up the quality of life that we have. And I don't know about you, but I am not on board with that. And last week in Davos, where the World Economic Forum met, they even talked about rice. Yes, rice. That emitted too much carbon in the growing process.
They basically decompose underwater, and when they do that, they release methane. And so actually rice production is one of the largest producers of methane, which is, you know, many times more toxic in terms of greenhouse gas emissions.
You know, you can't make this crap up. And I, for one, am not eating lab-created rice, nor lab-created meat or bugs. Not happening. Yeah, I can see it right now. We'll all have illegal grow houses. And it won't be for pot. It'll be for those illegal tomatoes that emit too much carbon, you know, when they're growing. Don't laugh. We'll all probably be forced to, you know, grow some of our own vegetables, unless, of course, you want to eat Bill Gates' genetically modified vegetables or his stem cell created meat out of a petri dish. You see now why he wants to buy all that farmland? Coming together for you? Yes, it's going to get really interesting in the future. And I'm really wondering how far they're going to take this to crack down on homeowners, because it's coming. So with that being said, I think everybody needs to tighten their belts, because we just don't know what's going to be coming in the future. So in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this cup of coffee and read your comments. I love reading them, so don't disappoint me. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and come back and see me again. Take care.
Don't you see? These are well-intentioned people. The people that brought us the first pandemic are now hard at work preparing for the second.
There are things that are unknown that may happen. And anything happening is a matter of when, not if. And that was when we gave the name Disease X. So Disease X is a placeholder for unknown disease. You may even call COVID as the first Disease X. And it may happen again.
The guy who covered up the Chinese lab leak is getting his ducks in a row for the next Chinese lab leak. We're in good hands.